Hey guys, we got an exciting new product to tell you about. The new power distribution block from AeroQuad. Back in the day, you used to have to wire this thing up. Put the power in, hook up your ESCs, hook up your auxiliary power. You had cables running everywhere. Now, there's a new power distribution system that Micro came up with. Comes in a nice little kit. Comes with 3 boards, one for positive, one for negative, and a cover. And once you put it together, it looks like this. I'm going to show you really quick how to use it and how to put it together. If you notice on the positive and the negative board, there's a singular connection on one side. There's 3 connections on the other 3 sides. The singular connection is where you're going to hook your main power coming from your battery, the big thick cable. You'll solder that right onto the top of there. The single connections are where the power is distributed to, and that's where you'll take your ESC and you'll take your positive for your ESC and you'll hook it to one of these tabs all the way around this board, the power distribution board. This power distribution board will allow you to have 9 ESCs hooked up to it, or 9 different power sources, okay, on the positive plane and on the negative plane. Once you build it and put it all together, you'll notice that there's no exposed wiring on either the top or the bottom, so you can stick it inside your frame and have all of the wires protected. You also notice that the power comes in on one side, so you'll have a power lead coming in for your battery that looks like that, and then you'll have your ESCs hooked up in a similar way, just like that. No exposed power. If you are worried about having exposed power connectors after you've soldered things on, you can use a little liquid tape, paint over it, cover up any exposed wires. It's really easy to put together. First of all, you take your base, your top plate, and you notice that there's enough standoffs and enough nuts and enough screws to put it together. You'll take your top plate and you put the 4 screws in and screw one standoff to the bottom of the top plate, like this. Put the screw on the top, screw on the standoff. So now you can either put the negative plate on or the positive plate, your choice. Just make sure that you line up where the power input is going to be on each board. You also might want to solder everything onto this board before you assemble, but I'm just going to show you how to assemble it. Once you get the pieces soldered on, you'll take the top plate and you'll slide it right through the holes of the red plate. And then you screw on 4 more of the standoffs. You can put Loctite, blue or red, on these if you want them to stay on forever. Then you take your negative board. The thing you want to look for is you want to look for that singular connector and the singular connector on the negative and make sure they match up, so that the power goes in here and the ESCs come out. Then you just take the nylon nuts, screw them on the bottom, and there you go. One fully completed assembly power distribution board. Goodbye wires. Hello, power distribution board.